Previously on Survivor Durant, Rising Sun and Shadows. Ethan had to be pulled from the game after a grueling round of Steal the Bacon. In the first actual tribal council, Caleb was voted out, passing the ninja off to Shelby. In the next tribal council, Shelby was able to move the ninja to her alliance member, Mike, also giving him the hidden immunity idol, which kept him safe, blindsiding Ashton in the process, making her the third person voted out of Survivor Durant, Rising Sun and Shadows. But who will claim the hidden advantage, and who will be voted out tonight?
And I'm gonna win some bad bitch.
The players were told to keep their eyes up, to look to the trees, and maybe if they look high enough on the right branch, they could see a bag dangling from it. And one player did. Ryan was able to find a double vote advantage back at his original camp. And while that was going on, Bryce used about 12 fire tokens to buy 4 or 5 idle clues that he still could never find. Someone get this dude a map. Once the top 7 arrived at my house, the merge feast began, and everyone learned that more fire tokens and an additional idol was hidden. After that, we started the first individual immunity challenge, where the players had balloons strapped to their feet, and everyone had to pop them. Classic game. The winner of this challenge was Mike. Mike might have been a sleeper agent all along, having a rough start at the game, receiving several votes, being the target of the ninja, but now Mike was proving to everyone that he was here to play. But he wasn't the only one here to play.
Alright, man, so you just won individual immunity, guaranteeing yourself a spot in the final 6. How's it feel?
That feels good.
Yeah, I bet.
Top 6 is pretty high, I feel like.
Yeah.
Especially considering I had people try to vote me out 2 rounds in a row.
It's a massive accomplishment, and it's got to feel good to go from, targeted to can't be targeted.
Yeah.
Do you have an alliance in this merge part?
I'm stuck with Shelby, because she's got me this far. I'm going to ride it as far as I can go before I have to vote against her.
Yeah, so you think that you will eventually have to?
Well, as long as we both keep each other in the loop, then yeah, it might end up just being me and her.
That was a flashy move at the last tribal council, giving you the ninja to then get safety. Mm-hmm. Was that your idea or hers?
It was hers.
So that's
she found it early on.
That's something for her resume.
I know.
That she can tell the jury.
I know.
Do you think that Shelby would choose you over Edgar?
No, I don't.
Okay, so there's 2 reasons to get rid of. How many reasons do you need? How are you feeling in the merge?
Feeling good so far.
Mm-hmm.
Like you say, it can be anybody. So it's coming from all directions right now.
The only way that you can dodge a bullet is to make sure that you have the numbers.
Right.
Do you feel like you do?
I think so far.
All right, Shelby, you've made it to merge, the top 7. How does it feel to make merge?
Oh, it feels great. I'm riding it.
I bet. It's every true Survivor's fan's dream to just make merge. Huge stepping stone. Now you just got to get to the end. That was a very flashy move. The last tribal council. Does that go on your resume or Mikey's?
That goes on mine. I think I had actually said in the interview the plan was to vote Mike off, and at the last minute I realized I could warp it because I'm in for the long game, and Ashton actually had gone against what we had decided in the first vote. So I know I can't fully trust her, and I know I can obviously trust Mike. So it was risky, but luckily it worked out in my favor.
Gotcha. So you saved Mike, but now you're down an idol. Are you looking for the next idol?
I already have the next one.
What? You already have the next one? Do tell.
So I just went in and I got the clue. I'd actually already been in the brambles looking for tokens, so I knew where the brambles were, so then it was just a matter of finding it in the brambles.
Okay.
So less than 5 minutes after I got the clue, I had the answer.
That's wild. Back-to-back idols. How does that feel? The idol
it feels
queen.
great. On top of the numbers game I've got going, I'm feeling really good.
Talk about that. Who's next on the hit list? Who's the alliance?
So the alliances are currently, the core alliance is obviously Edgar, Mike, and I. Edgar has an alliance going with David. So David's our solid fourth, which gives us the numbers game. We were going for Ryan because Ryan might know that Mike and I know each other. But when I went to talk to Leanne, she's in an alliance with Ryan and told me he's on it. So we're actually going to go for Leanne, get her out, hoping Ryan will show his idolist turn because she's going to tell him that we're going for him. And that'll free him up to take him out next, and then Bryce third. David will make it to the final four, and then we'll get him out. And at that point, I'm sorry, Mike, but
Okay.
husband comes up with something.
So the plan is to end with the spouse.
Yes.
All
and
right.
To make good friends, so then they pick me over him.
Shelby was able to find herself another hidden immunity idol. Shelby was playing the numbers game and was very confident in her alliance, featuring her husband Edgar and best friend Mike. Edgar also made a very tight alliance with David, so they were able to pull him in as well, and they had the majority with 4 members. However, Ryan was able to spot this, so he starts a counteroffensive and goes to Leanne to strike a deal, and they easily become aligned. Now they just need to go to Bryce to pull him in.
Final 7 confessional.
Bryce, here we are. This is the merge round. How you feeling right now?
Confident.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, elaborate.
So, I have a pretty good idea of a good portion of the alliances.
Okay.
And I know that one of those particular alliances are voting for me.
Okay.
But I think I've got 2 alliances voting for one of them. And I have an idea of who has an idol, so who's got immunity.
Final 7, the first merge round.
Pretty good. It's pretty nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
Alliances and all that.
Like it could go, people turn on each other for no reason just to get farther at this point. Is there anyone that you're feeling okay with?
Yeah, Edgar. Pretty strong alliance there.
Okay.
And with Ryan, too.
Okay, are the 3 of y'all working together?
Not yet. I'm trying to form one with Edgar, and Ryan's going to try to go for David and then try to form one with Dad and bring us back in.
Just really trying to figure it out right now. I've got a couple different people approaching me, trying to figure that out, see what alliances are going. But just trying to gather as much information as I can, and then pretty soon we'll do some voting and kind of see where it goes. But it's looking like I don't know, man. I think I'll be sticking with seem to have everyone pretty well fooled. I don't want to be 100% sure. There's some trust in that, so it's just a lot of mind games.
I feel good. I think everybody is still worried about looking for things, so I don't really know if anybody's actually discussed it on their votes or not yet, so I guess we'll see how that goes.
Do you have an alliance that you're working with?
Oh yeah, putting a lot of trust in Megan, so hopefully we make the top 4, and then that's our goal, and then after that, it's gonna be...
Who do you want the other 2 to be with you in the top 4?
I really don't care. B. And we worry about that when it comes.
Is there anyone that you want out immediately?
Yeah. I think it's kind of caught on that I've been gunning for somebody, so I think I'm gonna start trying to do the same, so...
Bryce is thinking about Bryce things. He doesn't know if he wants to go one way or the other. This is detrimental to Ryan's plan on turning the game on its head because he has the double vote advantage. However, Leanne accidentally leaked the fact that he found something to Bryce, and Bryce told everyone else. So, Shelby and Edgar and Mike all think that Ryan has some sort of idol, and he's about to play it, and that's what Ryan found back at the camp at the park. So even though Leanne let slip that Ryan found something, that could save him, because now Shelby and her crew have to come up with some sort of other plan.
Voted against me twice and I know it, so...
what they do or who they were voting for.
So just do what everybody else is doing.
Yeah.
But what does Bryce want?
That's what I want. I mean, well, I heard during the grapevine that she was voting for me. Let me flip the script.
Are you going to feel like a jerk if there's no votes for Bryce in the urn?
Yes.
I figured it was coming. I think he filed on pretty quick, but I was going to inform him, so I'm not sure how many he has in his alliance, but I'm going to have to go ahead and use this to save myself.
Okay, just put it lower because there's a window. Okay, so you'll get 2 votes.
This is someone to go out?
Yep.
Or stay out?
Yep, to go home. Who do you want out of the game?
I'm gonna say Shelby.
Okay,
No. I just don't feel like she's a real team player.
okay.
Yeah.
So, if anybody wants to move the ninja from Ryan, now's the time to do it. It's going to be 3 tokens.
Fair.
Nope. All right. Now, if anybody has a hidden immunity idol and you'd like to play it, now would be the time to do so. All right. I will read the votes. Once the votes are read, the decision is final. The person voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. You'll be the first member of the jury. And as such, you are to observe and not communicate in any way. You are to determine who your winner select is. And so you're just to watch, can't speak to anyone still in the game in any way. All right, first vote. Ryan. It's 2 votes, Ryan. Shelby. 2 votes Ryan, 1 vote Shelby. Leanne. Leanne. That's 2 votes Ryan, 2 votes Leanne, 1 vote Shelby. Bryce. That's 2 votes Ryan, 2 votes Leanne, 1 vote Bryce, 1 vote Shelby. Bryce. It's 2 votes Bryce, 2 votes Ryan, 2 votes Leanne, 1 vote Shelby. First person a part of Survivor Durant Season 8 jury is Leanne. She said,
Man, how do you spell your name?
L-E-A-N.
L-E-A-N? There's not 2 N's.
my bad. I thought there was 2. But I knew there wasn't an I. Leanne, you're part of the jury. Thank you for bowing out gracefully. And from there, we will go to the next immunity challenge, so get ready for that. That tribal council was just weird. Not only did Ryan waste his double vote advantage, but he and Leanne couldn't even get on the same page to vote together. I mean, what kind of counterattack was that? Going into the final 6 immunity challenge, the players were standing on a curb, holding a board in their hands, and multiple ping pong balls on that board. The players also had to lift arms and legs. And the winner of this challenge...
Right, Ryan, you just got immunity guaranteed to the final 5.
Yeah.
How do you feel right now?
I'm a little disappointed that Leanne's gone.
You lost your closest ally.
I was banking on that. I should have probably gotten more on the same page with her on who we were voting for. I think I kind of dropped the ball on that one.
It's pretty scattered.
But now I think it's me versus... I think what I'm going to end up doing is pulling Mike to the side and being like, hey, we need to form like a last minute alliance here, guys. Like, obviously I've been gunning for you and you gave me the same. I'm pretty sure I got your vote,
so it'd be like no one will see it coming.
Yeah,
right.
That's the angle I'm about to try to take. See if I can be like, hey, like nobody will expect it. Like, I think it's obvious that I've thrown your name out there just about every time. Everybody knows that I've been voting for you, so let's, chase somebody else. So
Ryan tries to switch things up. He talks to Bryce. He even tries to smooth things over with his arch rival Mike. If you haven't noticed, he continually votes for Mike. They have this unspoken rivalry just going on. Can Ryan do something? Shelby and Edgar do not seem worried. They have a backup plan. So here's what happens at Tribal Council.
Alright, you survived the first merge vote, but now the unthinkable. Your number one target just got immunity.
Just got immunity. That was not looking good for me.
Really? Not looking good for you?
Well, he was already out to get me before I put 2 on him, so he has immunity. I can't vote for him. I think that puts me probably number 1 on his list. He's already been after me. So.
And he didn't use any sort of idol.
He didn't.
So
we had some misinformation when we were talking about voting, so that's what stopped him from getting more votes. Information hadn't gotten around yet,
so right now he's in the final 5, and then if he uses it 5, he's in the final 4.
Yeah. So, well.
Do you think everyone else is going to vote you, or just him?
I know him, and Leanne, I think, will vote me.
Leanne's out of the game.
Oh.
Alright, Shelby, we're going straight to Tribal Council. Okay. We can walk and talk to your interview this way.
Okay.
Final 6, how you feeling right now?
Still feeling great.
Your number one target just got immunity, right?
No.
Good. You did receive a couple votes at the last Tribal Council. Do you feel like you might know who they came from?
No, I'm not worried about it.
Yep. Was there anyone that felt shocked and surprised from the result of last round's Tribal Council?
It was split. Very. A little surprised.
Yeah.
A little surprised at the couple of things that happened last round.
What were you surprised about?
One, the one vote necklace. I thought that was going to be going to someone else, but I was wrong.
Okay. And Shelby, you received a vote as well last Tribal Council.
I did.
Did you see that coming?
I did not. I genuinely have no idea where it came from.
Does it make you feel a little bit worried?
Not any more worried than I was.
Fair enough. And Bryce, you received 2 votes last
It was a close one.
Yeah.
It was really close.
Does it make you feel uneasy going into this vote?
No.
Why not?
I know things.
You want to share with the class? I don't know things.
I don't class.
So you're saying there is a plan?
I am among the vine of grapes.
Okay. Does anyone here feel like it could be you voted out right now?
It could always be me.
I mean, I can't say yes and I can't say no.
Yeah. It could always be me.
I mean,
So
there's no definites.
either you feel like you could be voted out, or you don't. Do you feel good and safe, or do you feel like it could be you?
I don't specifically think it could be me, but you know.
So you feel safe. Shelby,
I mean, I'm kind of with David. There's always the
she feels safe.
iffy.
At any point, they could all come for me. I mean, I think I've...
Safe?
I guess alright, I guess you're right. The 2 votes, last one, got me uneasy this time.
Okay, so Mikey?
I had immunity last time, so that makes me nervous.
Talked to some people after the last community round.
Do you
Talked around.
Do you think that they bought what you were selling?
I think the stock that I'm selling is of high quality guess.
Okay. Well, there's only one way to determine that.
There is only one way.
So let's get to it. But before we do, Ryan, you have the ninja, and you have immunity. Can't happen. Therefore, you need to assign the ninja to somebody.
Pass it back to where I got it from.
Alright. Dude, I have to keep this thing off of me. This is my 3rd time with it.
You're cursed.
I know.
So Mikey, we'll start with the ninja, and we'll start with Mikey to vote. Let's do it.
Let's see. Shelby, me, Edgar, and David decided on Mike. Now, whether I am being told, whether they're living, Hannah Montana double life with me is, who knows.
So what's the plan? You said that in the last interview you were going to make a truce with Mike.
Yeah.
You just handed him the ninja.
Oh, I told him to. I was like, I'm gonna keep it looking like I'm gunning for you still.
But I still think the three, Edgar, Shelby, and Zach, or no, it's not Zach,
Mike.
They're pretty solid. I think they're going to be trying to work themselves into the three, so.
If anybody would like to move the ninja from Mike, it's going to cost you 3 tokens. So now's the time to do it.
I'll do it.
Okay?
To Bryce.
Okay.
Ruh-roh.
The ninja can be moved again. Bryce, you want to move it? Anybody else want to move it?
You know what? Let's see where this plays out.
Okay. So you're gonna roll it.
What?
You're gonna roll it, or you're gonna move it.
We're gonna roll with it. Let's see what happens.
So it is gonna stay on Bryce. Now, if anybody has a hidden immunity idol and you'd like to play it, now would be the time to do so.
I'm just kidding.
No wonder why he kept it.
Once the votes are read, the decision is final. The person voted out will be the second member of the jury. Got 1 vote Bryce already. Let's make it 2.
Dan's a character in Paladin, so just remember that.
Huh?
Mike.
Character in Paladin's video game.
That's 2 votes Bryce, 1 vote Mike. Bryce. That's 3 votes Bryce, 1 vote Mike.
I'll see where it's going.
You're so optimistic.
Bryce. 4 votes Bryce, 1 vote Mike. And the second jury member is Bryce.
Welcome to the club.
Now we have 5 players left in the game. Ryan, Mike, Shelby, David, and Edgar. Ryan has been fighting for his life at this point. It is now everybody against him, and he's going to have to win out if he wants a chance of staying in this game. Mike has constantly been taking heat from every direction, receiving a vote at nearly every tribal council thus far, and receiving the ninja multiple times. Mike has been severely underestimated, but can he pull it together and make it to the end? So far, this has just been Shelby's game. She's demonstrated that if you know the game of Survivor and you play with a bunch of people who don't know it at all, you're going to steamroll them. Everybody that Shelby has wanted out has gone, in that order as well. She's never panicked, she's played it cool, she's simply played it to the numbers game. And it doesn't hurt that she has her best friend and husband in the game as well. I will say that before the game started, we did announce that there was a couple in the game, as well as coworkers and best friends, and that these relationships we would normally reveal before a game of Survivor starts, but because it's in the shadows, we're going to be keeping it zip tight. And that included with Ethan. We never told anyone that he was a returning player. And so far, every person has just, for some reason, let that go in one ear and out the other than Ryan. He is the only person constantly thinking, who is the couple in the game? Are they married? And Shelby did let slip that she was married. Ryan suspects that she's either married to Edgar or Mike. Next, we focus to Edgar. So far, he has played a very safe game and allowed him to be overshadowed purposefully by his wife Shelby, letting her take a command seat and sort of just riding her to the end. But that doesn't mean that Edgar hasn't had any sort of other skills in the game. Edgar purposely made wonderful relationships with other players, such as David, who would just trust him implicitly. Edgar, this entire game, has been a giant ball of sunshine, appropriate since he came from the Sun Tribe. And finally, David has done what other people told him, specifically Edgar, because he trusts him so much. The end. The final 5 immunity challenge would be brutal.
Feels really nice if y'all want to go inside. Feels real nice.
Talking about this is keeping me nice and toasty.
Oh, I have the option to go inside?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, sorry.
It gives him time to go look for stuff. If you want to look for stuff, all you gotta do is drop out.
This is so cool. Oh, yeah. I love this part.
How's it feeling, Shelby?
I've never felt better.
Ryan?
It is rough, bro.
Edgar?
Setting in.
David? John like a villain!
It was the final challenge from Season 6, Assassin's Creed. Players would have to hold a cup of water, above their head, touching the roof for as long as possible. And we made it even tougher when players had to hold 2 cups above their head. Mike was the first to drop from this challenge. And then, unfortunately for Ryan, he didn't skip arm day before he came to play Survivor. So it really backfired on him and Ryan dropped out. Soon after that, David and Edgar both agreed to bow out, giving the win to Shelby. Could things be as predictable as they seem? Shelby is an incredible player that knows the game very well, and she still has a hidden immunity idol. Surely she would not want that to go to waste. So let's see how this tribal council plays out.
David, Edgar, Shelby, Ryan, Mikey, congratulations on making it this far. Congratulations to Shelby.
Thank you.
For getting your spot in the Final Four. That's a tough challenge.
Yeah, when she said the ice story, I was done.
Actually, I did not have
So what happened between you two when y'all both decided to drop it out at the same time? What?
It's when she started talking about the ice thing and putting her arm in the ice and all this crap.
So that
and I'm
works.
just like, all right, well, she's got the mental game on us then, all right, So I'm just like,
that could have been on the malarkey for all.
it could have been, but
Yeah, but it wasn't.
I'm trusting what she said was true.
Well, sticking your hand in ice for a long time versus having the strength to leave it above your head. That might not have been yours, but we'll never know.
We'll never know.
Do you think that she's going to thank you with a knife in the back and write your name down just a second?
I don't know. You can't be sure. I mean, I hope not.
If it's you, would you feel like a fool?
Yeah, I
Just
guess,
sort
yeah.
of tossing immunity to her, and then it's you.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be fun.
That wouldn't be fun. I agree.
But because you did toss it, does that mean that you feel safe? That you don't need it?
Maybe.
Okay. How about you, Mr. Edgar? Do you feel safe? Like you don't need it?
No, I think I'm set up pretty well.
I think so too. Your name has yet to be written down. Like no one has voted for Edgar yet, which is a great thing for your resume to pitch the jurors why you deserve to win. So,
Well, I was going to point it out on the last.
don't worry, he's going to cut you for you.
Thank you for explaining.
He's got to keep it interesting.
Yeah, I'm the outside source looking in. I just call it like I see it. But you still feel safe, even after that just got out there.
We have options. There's still tokens out there to be spent, so.
Who is we?
My outfits.
Who are your allies?
Come on. Come on. I can't give it that up, man. What's the matter with you? Stitches get stitches.
He's about there.
That's just, we might all be out there. We gotta, we know.
Ryan, do you feel like you have allies?
I don't know. Just playing the game. But I'm sitting okay now.
Well, elaborate on that. Why do you feel like you're okay right now? Because last round you said that you feel like you needed immunity. So what's changed between last round and this one?
I don't know. I think some of us are playing the game pretty smart, so.
Some of us, at least.
Well, I mean, if it works out the way I want it to, then I guess it'd be pretty good, but you never know.
But what's good for Ryan might not be good for everyone, right?
It's true. It's also 4 versus 4 too, so.
4 versus 4.
Or 1 versus, you know what I mean? Like everybody's also
1 versus 4.
Yeah.
So then who's the 4?
Like
So it's
playing
one-
against
Oh, it's the 4 against you.
everybody. I'm really tired, so it's all just jumbled up at this point.
Okay. So if it's everyone against you, then would it be beneficial to keep you in the game longer? Why would it be beneficial for the 4 for you to stay?
I'm tired.
Okay, that might be a reason.
It'd be easy to beat in the long run.
I mean,
It's starting to add up. I've been up since 11, got at 7 and stuff.
okay,
Be sleepy on that 3rd shift fly.
I don't know anything about it. Mikey, yes, you are a man that's been playing with fire this whole game. You've seen the ninja more than anybody else. Your name has come up constantly, but you still survive. And you are here in the final 5.
I'm not a cockroach, I promise.
Well, then you're a cat. That's what you got to keep in mind.
Yeah.
How does it feel to have made it this far? Did you think that you were going to get this far?
I didn't, especially when I got it the second time. I was like, oh shit. I felt like having it one time. I was like, okay, this doesn't have to be personal. Then I got it again by somebody that got voted out, and I was like, okay, I feel like I painted a target on my back. And then I got it a third time, and I was like, you know, I think people are out to get me, and I've done well enough to not get kicked out yet. So
Now, you had the ninja on you at one time, and then you pulled out the scroll, which turned the ninja into the hidden idol, keeping you safe. So, is that something that you have on your resume that you can pitch to the jury? Like, I made that move, I can claim it as my own. That was a big flash move in front of everybody.
I mean, I could, but I don't think it's going to make me look good enough. Like, I don't think it's going to make me look so good that like it raises me that much. I think it's a good move, but like I don't think it gives that much merit.
So, Shelby, what is your input? We've heard from a couple different people that they already have some things on their resume. We've heard from a couple that they might not. So, what is your thought process in voting someone out right now in the final 5? Do you feel like you want to get rid of someone that could potentially beat you in the end, or you just want to keep everybody happy?
Well, I mean, I'm in this for the long game, and I'm tired, so I'm voting based on competition.
Okay. All right. With that, we'll see where the vote falls and who will be the third member of the jury. In addition, this is the last time that a hidden immunity idol can be played.
Our immunity winner. And you have an idol. You said.
I'm not trying to change my strategy. I've tried to be as honest as I can with everybody that I've talked to. So I feel like I've had that going. Mostly everything that I've told people I've gone through with. So I think that's been helping me a lot. Is because I haven't really hid anything. Everything that I've found, or that I've told some people that hey, this is what I got. This is what it does. I've was honest about how many little rocks I had. So I'm hoping that the honest but not honest thing works out in the long run, so we'll see.
Staying high. He's a strong competitor. Worked out today, been up all day long, and he's still competing strong with us, so gotta get rid of him.
All right. So, if anyone has the hidden immunity idol and you would like to play it, now is the last time that you can do so.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I might just happen to have something in this little pocket right here. I can't tell if this is some type of Harry Potter or some kind of something, but does this look like an immunity idol?
You want to play that?
Yeah, I think I'm going to play that.
Who do you want to play it for?
I'm going to play that on myself, please.
All right. The rules of Survivor state that if a hidden immunity idol is played, all votes cast for that person will not count. This is, in fact, a hidden immunity idol, and all votes for David will not count. First vote, Ryan. Mike. I think we've had a vote for Mike every...
I'm still here. I'm still here. I don't know how.
La cucaracha.
Ryan. That's 2 votes Ryan, 1 vote Mike. The third member of the jury is Ryan.
Welcome to the club. Good game, my man.
Yes, sir. Good game.
Got some tea for you.
All right. Sorry, Ryan. Now we're going to move on to the final 4 immunity challenge. We did every single challenge outside. Why break tradition? Just kidding.
Oh, okay.
If you guys will... Now that we are down to our final 4, the only thing from keeping Shelby's dream to fruition is David. If he wins this upcoming immunity challenge, the 3-way alliance between Shelby, Mike, and Edgar will be forced to turn on itself. Luckily for everyone, this is a wasabi and slushy eating contest.
Slushies and wasabi. The Final Four Immunity Challenge.
Cheers!
I think you played it right.
Yeah, that was good. I don't know how it ended.
You dang, Mike, you went.
Oh, Mike. You got some facial
Mike
expressions there, bro.
destroyed all of his wasabi. Has made a dent in his slush. He wants that spot in the final three.
Oh my god.
Mike in a commanding lead.
This is a Charles game, man.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Ooh, Shelby takes the other wasabi down.
It's like, I wonder if David knows he's not gonna win. It's
Tasting
why
herself
he's not
Mike
trying.
He's chilling, bro.
I have a strategy that I think would work so well, but I don't know if it's illegal or not.
Yeah, it is illegal.
Drink your fucking
Until they're done.
Just for the record, I want these tears on camera.
But there was one person who wanted it more than anyone else, and that was Mike, guaranteeing himself a spot in the final three. Because David did not win immunity, Shelby can now enact the final course of her plan into action, putting him on the jury and hopefully getting a vote out of it. But this is actually how the tribal council played out.
All right, Mr.
Sir.
David.
Well, he's been a good friend and a great competitor.
But this is who's going.
But unfortunately, Edgar, this is your last trip. I guess it's A-D-G-A-R, Edgar. I'm just gonna put Ed.
All right. Any reason why you decided to betray your closest ally?
Well, because when it comes down to it, depending on if we have any more physical challenges, he, in my opinion, is the strongest of the four that are left, and we played a real good game, and hopefully what we feel are the weakest ones are going to make it to the end.
Do you think anyone else is going to vote for him?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, and why is it that person?
It's the only one not from my alliance.
Really? Do you think he thinks that you guys are pretty good together?
Oh yeah, I think even he thinks that we're still locked in from the very beginning of the game.
You think this is going to crush his feelings?
He's a cool dude, man. I mean, he's so laid back. He's just gonna enjoy it.
Yeah.
But I think it'll blindside definitely because I mean, David and I have been talking since we got here that Mike was gonna be the one we take out, and now it's time. So I think we'll get blindsided.
Read the votes. First vote, David.
Ooh. Sorry.
Edgar. It's one vote David, one vote Edgar.
I think that's both of our first two votes.
Yeah.
Good ass, man.
Making history.
David. That's two votes David, one vote Edgar, one vote left. The fourth member of the jury is David.
Good game, man.
Welcome to the cool club. Once
Good
you
game, welcome.
Alright. Yeah, it was exactly as predictable as it can be. But now we're down to the final three. Mike, Edgar, and Shelby. These guys have dominated this game, keeping their alliance a secret and steamrolling over anyone else. So much so that they pretty much prevented any other alliances from forming. For the final immunity challenge, the final three will have to complete 2 different puzzles. The first person to do this will have a guaranteed spot in the final 2 and get to decide who they want to take with them.
record so much of people failing to close the door.
Somehow I skirt the line every time.